gentlemen, we have a spy in our midst, and that's just the beginning. This week's episode is all about insider threats, and believe me, if you weren't a hermit before watching this video, you will be by the end. So, backing up from my amateur theatrics, what is an insider threat? It's pretty much what it says on the tin. It's an employee who either intentionally or unintentionally assists a threat actor with the compromise of your network. There are actually three main kinds of insider threats: an unwitting insider, a malicious insider, and a mole. And don't worry, there's no need to call the exterminators just yet, although you might want to find a new home for those possums in your attic. So let's take this mole title first, since it's kind of a misnomer. Imagine for a moment that you're at work and you receive an email from the CEO asking you to wire funds to one of your contractors, perhaps with the story that you're late on payments and it's urgent that you do it soon. Because it came from the CEO himself, you might be tempted to go ahead and follow those instructions, right? As soon as you send the money, bam, you've been had. You see, unfortunately for you, you fell victim to a mole, a type of insider threat. In this case, a mole is someone outside your organization who has now impersonated the CEO and used that email as a means to get someone inside your organization, you in this case, to achieve their goals. This is an example of an insider threat carried out by a mole, someone outside your organization. But sure, if your CEO's mailbox has been hacked, you might think, well, we've got bigger problems, and that could be true. So let's move on to our second insider threat, the unwitting insider. Now you might be thinking, look, all of my employees, they know what's up. And so the chances of them getting tricked, we've talked about this, it's not gonna happen. But actually, this type of insider is one of the worst for breaches. The majority of security incidents that come from insider threats are because of this one, number 2. And you might wonder, what? How is that possible? Well, do you remember all those phishing emails that you get on a weekly or sometimes even daily basis? All it takes is one of your employees to open a phishing email, click a link, and inadvertently or unwittingly give away their username and password. Or click a malicious link that downloads a file onto their computer and allows a hacker into your network. By doing so, they have unwittingly become an insider threat. So with the amount of scams out there that are specifically targeting employees, it's no wonder then that this is the most common type of insider threat. All of that leads us to the final and fortunately least common type of threat, despite what Hollywood might want us to believe, and that is the malicious insider, or as I like to call them, scumbags. Jerks, not nice guys. All right, so bear with me. Picture this scene. You decide to go out on your way to work and buy coffee and donuts for everyone. You arrive at the office and you hand them out left to right, and you see all these images of people that you work with. Okay, now here's the test. Did you spot the malicious insider? No? How could you? All you did was hand them a donut. Come on, keep your head in the game. You see, that's just the thing with malicious insiders. They're very difficult to spot. After all, they know what they're doing and they're purposefully covering their tracks. But that's not even the worst part. Because really, a malicious insider could be anyone inside the organization currently, or anyone who was part of the organization previously. There are lots of reasons why a person could decide to do this, but the lesson for us is the importance of having something in place for data loss prevention. And having a policy for that can complement your overall security within your organization. Like I said, the malicious insider is actually the least common of the three types. The people in your organization are in a boat rowing in the same direction with you. We want to treat them with respect and kindness and not with suspicion. We shouldn't lose sleep over something that's not likely to happen. But what we should do is take preventative action, proactively putting these policies in place to secure and protect the data that's critical to the company. A data loss prevention strategy, or DLP for short, will help you to protect your critical assets, to enforce them as policies, and increase the visibility of all the data inside your organization. We'll have more on that in another episode, but rest assured, a good IT department can put policies in place to help protect you from data loss and from the different forms of insider threats. Tune in next week when we kick things up a notch and talk about advanced persistent threats. In other words, when an actual government decides to come after your company. Thanks for watching and have a great day.